So we're getting ready to go in the Mars Rover.
Holla!
Holla! Just saying. What up? What up? What up? What up?
Here, what we need, we're gonna go talk about what we can do. Well, we're gonna go in the sunshine so we can see it.
Alright.
Okay, so there's a lot of hurdles we had to get over. When we were determining what it should do. So we went and talked to a bunch of the astronauts from the Apollo era, and we said, what did that vehicle do that you didn't like? What were the things that it did that you did like? One of the big issues is you have limitations in what you can do with your feet. You have hip joints, knee joints, in the suit that are limiting how far you can move. The other thing is it's heavy, right? So you can only bend over so far before you'll face plant. You just get to a tip over point. So one of the big things was lifting your foot up. With the original LRV, it was sitting way off the ground, so you had to lift your feet up really high. So we gave this one the ability to set down on the ground, so now you just have to go up that step, which is about 8 inches, and that's within the realm of possibilities in the seat.
Right.
So that makes it a lot easier. Other stuff was maneuverability. On this vehicle, we wanted to give us the ability to dock with other things a lot easier. So that means like crab steering, so you can drive sideways. So we had to figure out what that really meant. You want like 90 degrees, 120 degrees, or full rotation. We decided we wanted 360 degrees, and the safest way to do that is to make it so it can turn indefinitely. So this is the steering axis. This can turn forever. If you took the wheels off and put a drill bit on there, you could drill holes with it. And that's nice so you don't have to pay attention to wire wraps. How many,
right.
I got 3 rotations, I'm about to snap all my harnesses.
Yeah.
We don't care. You can go forever.
Wow.
That said, in software we said, let's pretend we have wires, and we can go with plus or minus 2.5 rotations. We did that so we can figure out how does that impact this robot versus the next robot that we're going to build if we wanted to put stuff down there. And on this one, it's not a safety issue, so if the software messes up or 2.5's not really good operationally, we're not going to break anything. The big difference between like this robot and most other robots is the way we do our active suspension. So that function where we can set our belly of the vehicle on the ground also gets us that same mechanism allows us to pitch any one wheel anywhere we want it.
Okay.
So we do that like a car, right? So these are your control arms in your car, trucks, 4-bar linkage, very typical. We put a spring and a dampers underneath this, what looks like a sock. Very traditional. The one big difference is the way we bolt. We put this actuator down on the bottom, so we move that pivot point up and down, whereas yours is rigidly mounted to your car. We move it up and up. So that controls where that wheel is in space. We're monitoring our deflection on that spring, so we know about how much force is at any one wheel.
Okay.
So when you're driving around, if you notice like you're going over a rock and this one wheel is getting pushed up into the vehicle, the force there is going to be higher. If you start picking that wheel up and then pushing your other ones down to equalize all your forces, you'll have more traction than you would have otherwise had, and your ride's going to be inherently smoother. So those are our key features. I think where that's most obvious is if you're cresting a crater. You would normally get up to your tipping point and then come smashing down like a teeter-totter. You don't have that. I used to do that as part of this ride. I'd show you what I mean. I'd put in high gear and I'd go off our steepest crater. It's really aggressive and it kind of smashes the vehicle around and everybody thinks it's fun. But it's pretty hard on the vehicle, so I'm not going to do it. I'll just tell you. I could have just not said anything. You guys would have never known. Alright, it's kind of hot now, so we can keep talking about it. I'm going to jump in. You guys can circle the vehicle or you can go inside.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready to go in.
Okay, so there's a couple ways to do that. This is structural, so you can hold on to that. I rocked up last time I did it. Knock it back down. Wow. The key to driving off-road is really just to keep your wheels on the high spots. Did we knock it over or am I smashing it? I can't tell.
We can't tell either.
My safety guy's not even looking at that.
Oh, look at that. Jeez.
So nice to have you close to me, Janelle. Welcome. You're next, Adrian. See how I positioned that?
See what I did there?
I think the key here is that, unlike a minivan, I do not have a rear view mirror, so I don't know what you guys are doing back there.
That's probably better.
Weird.
It is super weird.
It always is.
Okay, so normally what we like to do before we let the novice...
Be on Twitter and steer. Can I text and drive? Driving forever.
Technically, it's a vehicle and the GNC has rules, but...
Okay, so here's my little
So
guy.
it shows you which way your wheels are pointing, and if you go straight, you have to wait for them to catch up.
I see.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't straighten them out for you.
The little square boxes kind of indicate which way the caster is pointing,
Okay.
so it's kind of like an office chair.
I actually know what that means.
Caster.
I took on a shot.
We're going to get rid of the caster because it's not as useful on rough terrain as we had thought it would be.
What's happening?
Maybe somewhere.
Okay.
Everybody in the club.
So, who are you guys
She's
with?
like, I'm cool.
Where are you from?
You know, we just kind of snuck in the back gate. This is the next generation.
This is the SEV, Space Exploration Vehicle.
Ooh, new tour van. It's amazing. Oh, it's so wonderful.
Alright guys, it's getting a little too chipper up in here. It's time to hit the emo button.
Oh, nobody likes me.
There's no point in life. Whatever.
Wait, you have to flip your hair into
Someone
your
turn on the
face.
Cure ASAP.
I'm gonna dance now.
Oh my gosh.
Man, NASA really thinks of everything. They really do. Oh, Robonaut.
I'm going to take over.
Someday you'll be a real boy.
I took the chrome cover off my truck, or the cover off my truck to put a chrome differential cover on it. And all the oil leaked out on the concrete because I didn't even know it had oil in it. So it was one of the biggest challenges in my career was designing the differential. And then later the payload battery box, which I'll show you guys. But this is the there's a sticker for the inaugural parade.
Okay.
Showed you all Centaur 2 here with or the Navy, I should say, come out here with lasers and simulate that this is a ship in an ocean, so it simulates. We're actually celebrating like 40 years or something today, so 2 o'clock we have a...
There's an actual cake in there is what you're saying.
Yes.
Actual cake and it's 12:30.
You know, you can only, downlink so many signal buoys into the downlink. So there are different PPLs that say, oh, this PPL, we're going to load up this section of buoys. And then these 3 PPLs together.